Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. But joining us here in the studio, Pamela Drake is here from the San Juan County Partnership. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You're warm
How are
enough.
you?
You're warm enough this morning?
Yeah, it's nice in here.
Okay, a little toasty, a little cozy, I guess would be the way to describe it,
very
maybe.
Very cozy,
Sure.
Yes.
And also welcoming to KSJE to our microphones, Douglas Joe is here from the San Juan County Partnership and is the new AmeriCorps manager. Douglas, good morning.
Good morning, dear Scott.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, too, for having me on your show.
Appreciate you being here as well. And we'll get started by talking maybe with you, Douglas, to start with about AmeriCorps and you being somewhat new to the job, right? But
yes.
Remind us a little bit about what AmeriCorps does. It provides job opportunities and work opportunities for folks, but there's a lot more to it than just that, correct?
Yes, it gives the members a chance to give back to the communities. And with this two new programs, veterans, helping veterans and helping veterans' families, that's one of them, which is basically just helping the veterans, give them resources where they can get assistance. It may be scholarships, education, or health.
Right.
Or just other things that they need done at their homes. Just like right now we're working with another veteran who needs his patio door replaced. So we have another veteran that's a carpenter and knows how to do this. So it's also a veteran helping veterans. So with this veteran, we assist him. And basically, he just tells us what we need to do for the members and myself also.
Right.
I usually spend most of my time out in the field supervising the members. And
gotcha.
Safety is the most important thing out there, though.
Right, when you're working out in the
field. And I guess the second
sense.
one is the environmental project, which is just restoring the habitat along the river, building trails. With this new grant, we got 4 miles to do. So it'll be like 2 miles at Sedagon chapter and 2 miles at San Juan chapter. So we got a lot of Russian olive trees out there.
That's a big problem along the river, I know, right?
Problem,
so that's what you and the AmeriCorps workers try to do is to get out there and get rid of some of those invasive species, right, that are along the river. Yeah,
very much so.
Gotcha.
And we also ask for volunteers to help us out along the riverbanks. And so basically, just like right now with San Juan chapter, they're trying to putting out a bid to see who could cut down the Russian olive trees for us, because that's a big work.
Right.
And we don't have the proper equipment to do that, but we'll do the cleanup afterwards,
right,
along with the members.
You're AmeriCorps volunteers,
yes,
right? And that's what we're talking about. And so you've got some positions that are available to hire for AmeriCorps, is that true?
Yes, with this new grant, it's going to end in 2022. I'm going to have 9 positions at Sedagon chapter, at 9 positions at San Juan chapter. For each chapter, I'll have 2 full-time positions, and those will receive a stipend. And the other position will be the half-time and quarter-time positions.
Okay.
So for each chapter, too.
And so you mentioned the stipend for the full-time positions.
Yes.
And so that's a little bit of walking around money, I guess.
Yes.
Just to help with some expenses.
Yes.
And then all of the AmeriCorps jobs, though, come with this educational award, which I think is one of the great things of the AmeriCorps program.
Once they complete their hours. And that's one of the things that I do as a program manager, is monitor the hours and make sure at the end of the year that they've completed all their hours and everything's documented. And at that time, I exit them from the program, and then they get their education award.
Right. And that award, again, it can be used for the individual, I think, towards their education, or it could be gifted, I think, to a family member. That's still true?
Yes, I remember I had one elderly working for me, and basically what he did was he did his full-time for 1 year, and then he was given the award, and then with that he gave it to his grandchild.
Very nice, to help with their education, which is what it can be
yes.
used. So again, anyone, what are the requirements to be an AmeriCorps volunteer? 18 plus, is that pretty much what you're looking for?
Yes, 18 plus, and skills, don't worry about your skills. We provide you the skills that's necessary. We'll teach you what you need to do. And also, I just found out that when you do apply on the website, myamericorps.gov, please type in Tzedakon chapter on in the Navajo. No, let me see. Tzedakon chapter on the Navajo Nation. So you're gonna have to spell that whole thing out. Don't just put Tzedakon chapter.
Okay, to find the jobs that we're talking about
Yes,
this morning, right?
Tzedakon chapter of the Navajo
Of the
Nation.
Navajo.
That's
I think
the
it's
one.
Because
Right.
if you get any little piece of it wrong, it
It
won't
won't
come
find it.
up.
I
No,
Right.
know.
it won't pop
Yeah.
up. That's
Okay.
what I've been trying to do, and I finally got a hold of my program officer in Washington, and she emailed me back this morning, and so we got that straightened out.
Okay, and I think we want to be clear. It's 17 plus, right? That's
Yes.
the age range that folks can apply to be an AmeriCorps
Yes.
volunteer. So if you're 17, you could apply and be hired, perhaps. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then again, there's other criteria as far as your background, but I guess that'll come along, and I'll sit down with the members, each member on their background, if something that does come up.
Right, but the first step is that application, I
Yes,
guess, right? And that you can do on the website, right?
You do that on the website, then it shoots it to me, then I review it, then after that, the communication starts between the member and myself.
Okay, and if I search for that term that you both mentioned, the Tzedakon chapter on the Navajo Nation, and that's
Yes.
the wording
I think it's of.
of the. Thank
of
you,
the,
Pamela.
Of the Navajo Nation.
That covers both areas of positions, then in the San Juan chapter and the
Yes.
Tzedakon chapter, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Should we spell Tzedakon for people who are listening? who
I
might
think
be
on the
interested?
radio, yes, we should do that, Pamela Drake. So,
It's T like Tom, S-E, and then a new word, D-A-A, and then a new word, K-A-A-N. And that's the Hogback chapter
Right.
that adopted the Navajo word
That's
for
right.
the chapter, yeah.
Gotcha, but that's how you find it. So
That's
that's
how you
an
find it.
important thing. And then I guess also if you folks would like to call you, Douglas Joe, at your office, and if they're stuck, can they do that and get a hold
Yes,
of you and
they
ask you
can.
a question? Okay.
But good question. Let me see
I
what
bet Pamela might know the number, or what number could we
I think you're
use?
7'9", aren't you, Douglas? Are you 7'9"?
7689.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
okay, it's 5'6".
thank you. Right.
5'8", 7'9", I think.
7'9".
But let's just give the main number.
Right.
and
We
that
can
would
do
work.
that for the San Juan County Partnership,
Sure,
and that
so-
number would be
It's area code 505, of course, and it's 566-5867.
okay.
And if you call that number, you'll get somebody, and they will direct you to Douglas.
They can take a message, or they can transfer you to Douglas, or
Yes.
Right.
get Douglas and let him know.
Tackle him.
Right. Have them call you back, all those
Right.
different things. So that's there you go. Well, great. Well, it's, again, I think it's a great program, Pamela Drake. I know the San Juan County Partnership has been working with the AmeriCorps program for ever, it seems to me, but a number of years, right?
We have been doing it for a number of years. We had our own program here for a while, and then we switched over to do the tribal programs. So this funding comes from the federal government specific to tribal communities.
Got it.
And so that's why the grant is actually held by the Tzedakon chapter, and then it administers to two different chapters, the San Juan chapter and the Tzedakon chapter.
I see. And again, as Douglas explained too, this is a great opportunity for young people who have educational expenses or want to go on to school, or even retired folks or older folks who either want to pay for their education or gift it to a grandchild or a child for their education, right?
Yes.
Right. And I think one of the things that people should understand too about it is that they can use the money to pay their student loans.
Right.
So if you're, just through school and those loans are looming over your head, you can put in a year with AmeriCorps, and you can and the stipend or the
award.
educational award is commensurate with the number of hours that you put in. So
Sure. The more hours you work, the more educational award you would receive.
Correct.
That's
Yes.
how that would work.
So I got
that's
one
great.
member right now. She's going to be completing her hours in November, and she's going to use her stipend or her education award to pay off her student loan.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And
Yes.
that'll make a big, if it doesn't pay them all off, it'll make
No.
a big hit, make a big
Yes.
dent in it too, I'm sure.
It'll
So
help her out.
that's a great opportunity. So again, this is a great program, and these jobs, you want to fill them by when would you say, Douglas Joe? Do you have a deadline of when you'd like to get these applications in and get people hired?
Well, I like to get everybody on board probably by the end of October
Okay.
and get these positions all filled.
Okay. So folks have about a month.
So I'll be out there, not only on your station, but throughout the communities, wherever they're having activities. not only myself but my members will put in a booth and showing if they're having problems, we can walk them through the process also.
Okay. Very good. You're getting the word out, so that's good.
Yes.
That's important. So wonderful. Well, let me turn to Pamela Drake a little bit and ask her about this other event that's happening with the San Juan County Partnership that I know a little bit about because you've involved me again this year, which is San Juan County's Got Talent.
San Juan County does got talent.
It does got talent.
Got talent.
That's right.
And part
we like
of
to
that
show it
talent,
off every year, every October. That's right.
Right. And so part of that talent is you, Scott.
Oh,
Scott,
well, that's kind of you to say.
as we all know, has been the MC for the talent show. This is our 6th year. It keeps getting better and better.
Right.
We keep finding more and more talent. And so the show is on October 26th. But right now we're working to have people audition for the show. And they can do that up until next Friday, October 4th. And they need to fill out an application and tell us what it is they're going to do. And then we'll do auditions on October 11th and 12th. You don't have to come both days, one or the other. Mm-hmm. In the evening on the 11th, and then I think morning and then afternoon if we need on the 12th.
Okay.
But just fill out an application, and they can find that application on our website, which is sjcpartnership.org, or they can call our office, that same complicated number.
That's all right.
566-5867, and we will make sure that they get an application to fill out. No cost to apply.
Right.
Anybody can apply, and
no
then
cost to perform either,
no
correct?
cost
If you're
to
selected,
perform.
right? And then you get a chance you could win a big prize.
That's, $500 is the first prize.
Wow. Right.
And the runner-up gets $300. So either way, that's a really good deal. And Scott, the thing about it is that we provide this opportunity to local people who don't always get the opportunity to perform. And, people have talent. They maybe play for their family or their church or a small group. But this is a big venue, and it's at the Henderson Performing Arts Center.
Right.
And they get to perform in front of all these people. And if you really want to develop a career, then this is a good stepping off point for people. And it's just such a fun night, and people really enjoy it. We have a great time. This year, our opening to kind of warm people up and get things going are the Zia Chicks.
Oh, good.
And they're a local group that I think a lot of people have seen, and very, very talented and very entertaining.
That's
so
right.
That'll be great.
That will be fun. And you always have some celebrity judges to help to talk about the performers, right, after they've performed. And so I know you're lining those up as we speak.
We have them.
You have them?
Would you like to know who they are?
I would like to know who they are. If you can disclose, I don't know. Some years you can't always disclose because they're contractually obligated or something, but maybe this year you can.
I'm not sure what you're talking about,
Okay.
but we'll just go ahead and tell you their names. So we have Kansas Begay, who was a Miss Indian World, and she's a performer. She sings, and she's done recordings. She's, I believe, won prizes for her recordings. So just a lovely lady.
Nice.
As all the judges are lovely.
Right, of course.
Not all lovely ladies, but they're lovely.
Right.
And anyway, so she will be here, and she lives in Rio Rancho, so she's coming for that.
You're importing the judges this year.
I know.
At least one of them. Okay.
We're hitting the big time. Pretty
Right.
soon it'll be like Paula Abdul
Imported judges. I love it. Yeah, that's
Simon
right.
Cowell
Exactly.
on the end. And Deja Heaton is going to be one of our judges. She's a dancer, and she performed in what you probably remember, Scott. She performed in one of our shows.
A prior show, that's right.
A prior show with her husband, and
Right.
it was just so cute. So she has a lot of, and she's been in Sandstone Productions, as well as another judge, Haley Bassing, who has also been in the Sandstone Productions and is pretty well known locally.
Right. She has a lot of knowledge of theater and staging and things along that line.
A lot of talent.
Wonderful.
And Vince Moffat,
Oh.
who is the owner of Basin Home Health. And
Right.
I've known Vince for many years, and I can tell you stories, but that will be off the air.
Okay.
And I think he'll be a great judge. He's a very positive person and has a good sense of humor. And then
he is a good businessman, and I know he ran with the Bulls earlier this year in Spain. So
yeah,
there's that going for him.
Have you talked to him about it?
Briefly.
Yeah,
briefly.
I have not.
I just told him I was glad he got home in one piece. So that's what we talked about.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's kind of crazy, but that's why we like him.
He'll be a great judge.
He will be a great judge. And John Dean.
Speaking of judges.
Who's a real judge.
Right.
Yeah.
Former judge.
A former judge.
Yes.
He's people know him pretty well in the area, and I believe he was a county commissioner at one time.
He was, that's very true.
An attorney in town, and then a judge.
Yes.
And he's more or less not judging, but he's still doing some work. Anyway, he's on our board of directors, and he agreed to come be a judge, and we're very happy to have him. He also has a big personality and a good sense of humor. So it's going to be a fun night.
It will be a fun night.
It's really going to be fun.
It will be a fun night. And again, it's coming up again in October, which starts the month of October is next week already, everybody. So that's what we're talking about here. San Juan County's got talent. And again, so auditions, and you're looking for all different kinds of performers. It's not just singing and dancing necessarily.
Correct. We have had a variety of performers in the past, and that is what makes the show so much fun. Is it isn't just singer after singer after singer, and we have a variety coming already this year.
Excellent.
So we're happy about that. And yeah, you can't, as I have said every year, no flaming torches.
No open flame.
No open flame.
You can juggle
on stage.
things if you want to be a juggler, but just don't juggle open flaming torches.
Or chainsaws.
Right.
But which I know you always want to do.
I do, but you always say no.
Yeah, I always say no. And no animal acts.
You don't think this hair cuts itself, right? It's the chainsaws. That's what happens. But yeah, no animals. Okay. But other than that, it's pretty freewheeling. I mean, you're pretty open to
we are
ventriloquists or comedy or singing or dancing or
magicians.
bands. Yeah, all those things, right?
All kinds of things. So again, they need to apply by October 4th. And there's no cost to apply or perform.
Right.
And so you can get your application online at sjcpartnership.org or call our office, 566-5867, and we would love to have you be a part of the show. It's fun.
It will be a fun night, that's true. And it says here that contestants may submit a video audition. That's possible as well, right?
That is possible, yeah. If in case they can't make it in on those audition days, if
they're selected, they can send a video.
That's right.
To your folks to be hopefully to be selected for the show.
Yeah.
Is the idea. Very good. And then the show is coming up on October the
26th.
26th. There it is. See, I knew I had it on the screen. So there it is. October 26th.
It should be written on your palm of your hand.
It should be. I know it's on my calendar too.
Oh,
so
good.
I will be there.
Oh, good.
Don't doubt that.
Any sparkly shoes?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Sparkly shoes is a must for the MC.
Oh, okay.
I've been told that's in my contract.
Okay.
So there you go. Well, wonderful. Well, it's a great evening, and I hope folks will take advantage of it. And if you're not going to audition, I hope they will come and watch and be in the audience to help select the winner, because it's really the audience that helps to select it as well as the judges. Correct?
Well,
there's a little bit of that.
The applause and
applause
audience
helps.
Appreciation certainly helps.
Right.
Yes, but they don't actually vote.
No.
Yeah.
Right. But they can certainly vote with their applause.
They certainly can.
And that helps the judges.
It does, and it helps everybody.
That's right.
Helps the performers, too.
Exactly. And again, big prize money at stake for the winner, right? $300 runner-up and $500 for the grand prize. And it costs you nothing to enter.
That's right.
So there you go. All right. Well, very good. Well, thank you both for coming in this morning to talk with me a little bit about AmeriCorps. Douglas, thank you for being here.
Thank you too, Scott.
You're very welcome. Pamela, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank
Likewise.
you very much. Good to see you. And
good to see you too.
I can't wait to see all the groups that are auditioning for the show this year.
It'll be fun.
It will be fun. It always is.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My guests from the San Juan County Partnership here on KSJE. And I'll be back with more in just a moment, everyone. The time is 8:31. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.